Oh, okay. Good morning, guys. We are back here on Nasdaq. This is the Nasdaq chart, and I want to place a trade. This is 8:18 a.m. So, and this is the 1 hour time frame. Right now, how do I analyze? Let me go to the 4 hours first, just so I can get an overview of what is happening, like what the market is doing. So this is clearly an uptrend in the market. That is the first picture we got. It's a very quick analysis. So we are in an uptrend. I marked these zones because these are some of the key zones I've noticed in the market. I mark my zones every first of the month. So this was the beginning of this month that I marked it. So let's talk about this zone. I need like a marker. Do they have a marker in this app? Okay. So how do I remove it? Okay. Let's talk about this yellow zone. Let's talk about here. So this yellow zone, if you observe from here, from this particular place, when price got, first of all, let's start from here. When price got to this place, you see how it broke down this zone. The way price broke down shows that this zone is a strong zone, it's a respected zone. So price broke it down to this place before it came up again. So that is the first clue. Price came down here, came up here, then it came down again. Still, when it got to this zone again, see how fast price came down from that zone. Almost just in 2 candles or 3 candles, and this is 1 hour. See how fast price left. So price have been struggling to get back to this zone, but it have been rejecting before finally buyers came in. Now that buyers have come in, see how buyers bought it. They came back to this zone, but then there was I think this was weekend, so I think there was a news or something that made the market jump and left, and now the market is above this zone. Now it's in the upper zone. It's in the upper zone. So this zone is a strong zone. That's what I'm trying to establish here. Let's go down to the 30 minutes time frame and see what is happening. This is how I'm going to analyze this market and enter it. This is how I do my analysis. So now again, the same zone. Now in the same zone here. See how price is leaving the zone. This is on 30 minutes. So one thing I have noticed now is that this place is not allowing price to go below it. It's like a strong zone, but then again, this other place again, this other zone too, same as this place, this other place too, this place is not allowing price to go above it. So price is not allowing here to go below, and the other one to go below it, and this one is not allowing to go above it. So, but something happened here. So as you can see, price is trying to go down. Buyers are not allowing it. Trying to go down. Buyers are not allowing it. Trying to go up. It got to this place. See how fast the buyers bought it, and it even broke this zone, this strong zone that I've been talking about, this yellow zone. But then again, after it broke it, in fact, it didn't even want to break it from here. If you observe from here, there was kind of a struggle here, but the buyers overcome them and it broke. But then again, that was just it. After it got to this zone here, buyers can no longer keep up with the trend, and it had been a struggle. When it got here, back to sellers zone. Sellers have kind of been strong here, and even at this point sellers sold it down to this zone, but still buyers are still trying to be strong. So let me come to the 15 minutes time frame where I will enter from, because right now I'm not even sure of what I'm going to do now today, but I think I'm going to sell. I'm going to sell because I expect buyers to buy this market back to this zone. Then I expect sellers to sell it down. This zone have been tested many times. See, all these are testing. This is a test. This is a test. This is a test, and also this is a test. So this red zone have been tested a couple of times. So how am I going to place my trade today? I'm going to place it by doing this. I'll place my entry here. I trade a 200k account size, and this is a prop firm. So I risk 0.5% per trade. I trade 3 markets: Nasdaq, US30, and US500. So today, honestly, even though I am thinking market might not come, still expecting it to go down to this green zone. That's how I trade. I just expect it to do that. So I'm having a 1:3. So let me come here, risk my 0.5%, which is around $1,000 for this trade. Then I sell it. Okay, I don't like this. I want my SL to be above this week, so that I'll be sure of, so I can be sure of what I'm doing. Okay, it's still not above it. Well, no. Now my entry is also adjusting. I want my entry to be around here. I think I have to increase my SL. It's not to move my entry. Okay, I think I like it like this. I just want my SL to be above that stuff. So quickly, I will move to my journal and put a screenshot of this trade. I'm going to come back in the afternoon and see how the trade is doing, because this is still 8:26 a.m. I don't know if you can see my journal. I think I'll be doing this every day. Whenever I want to place a trade, I'll come here. And even when I'm, should I come and show it? Okay, I'll also show when I'm done trading. I'll show my evening results on this channel. So I risked. Sorry if you cannot see my journal. If you just seen my screen hanging, I'm in my journal right now, and I'm trying to journal this trade. You know how I journal is. Give me a second. Okay. So this was my analysis. Sorry about the light issue. I'm in Nigeria. So this is my first analysis, and this was my journal in that Nasdaq. This is the screenshot I took of the trade. My 8 a.m. screenshot. This was the screenshot that I took. So this is my exposure, 0.5%. This is my time frame. This is this. So I have been doing this for a while. This is my record of some of my trades I've taken. My weekly. Sometimes I make 2% in profit in a week. Sometimes I make 0.2%. Sometimes I make I don't make anything. Sometimes 0.0%. See, I made 2% here. I have losing weeks too. I made 0.4% on a 200k account. I made 0.4% again this week. This particular was a loss week. I lost 1.2%, and I know why I lost it. See, I risked 1.5% per trade, which was not something I don't normally do. I don't normally do that. So sometimes I still ignore my rules and I make mistakes, but that's just it. Now let's move to the next pair that I'm going to be analyzing. I hope this is recording. Okay, I just hope it's recording. So the next pair is US30. This is 1 hour time frame. So what am I doing on US30 today? Let me go to the 4 hours and just have another look again. Generally, this market is going up. Okay, so I came down to my 1 hour time frame. This zone have been broken. Look, I don't complicate my trading. It's just support and resistance I'm trading. I don't really do much, and it works for me. So when price got to this place, you see how price rejected this place. It is a strong zone. When price got here again, after this first try, price tried the zone again. It still rejected. Then price still tried again, but it broke just small before it broke it completely and came above this zone. So now this resistance have turned to a support. Now what do I do? How do I trade this market? This is 30 minutes. Yesterday, this was what happened yesterday. Price came back, entered that zone and left. I made some money from this particular trade when price got into this place because I placed a buy limit here, or is it a buy stop I placed here. So right now the market is still going up. I would have argued that there is another small zone here. There's a very tiny zone here. That's what I would have said, because that place is looking like a place that price can respect, or price have respected in the past. But then again, this is an all-time high. So when you are trading all-time highs, please be careful. All-time high is very sensitive. Market can just reverse anyhow. So for this, personally, I would never take a zone here. Because why? Because this is a tiny zone. It's not yet established enough. I am not yet confident in it, even though I feel like this is the zone for it. But what I'm going to do now is I'm still going to use the zone I used yesterday. I'm going to buy from here. I'll be expecting a miracle. I'll be expecting price to break down and get to this zone before going up again. Even though I know it might not happen, but it's okay for your trade not to get triggered. You don't always have to be triggered. It's not every time you make money from the market. Sometimes you just don't make money and don't lose money. That's my psychology. I don't always want to make money. I just want to guide the money I already have. And one thing with this US30 again is, I don't know if this is only me, but whenever I'm trying to adjust, okay, I have not put. So I'll be risking 0.5% on this trade, which is $1,000 of my account size. So this 1:4 is good. I like it like this. This is how I want my zone to be. I want my zone to be like this. I'm expecting a buy. I expect price to come down here, tap in my entry, then continue with me. So this is it. My stop loss is below this week. Please, I don't know for others, but I like putting my stop loss below this week, and it most definitely never happens. Never get to this point unless the market is anything that will make the market today move from here to take my stop loss out. Then it's not. It should be a very big news. Should be a very big news. So yes, that's it. I'm risking $1,000 on this trade. Now let me do now my trade. How I do now is I take a screenshot of this. this is a screenshot of it. After taking this screenshot, I go to my journal. This is my journal. This is for US. The other one is for Nasdaq. This is for US30. This is my US30 journal. First thing, I'll upload the image of the screenshot I took. That is my first screenshot. I take three screenshots every day. Sorry, I'm repeating myself. I just want to repeat myself for repeating sake. So this is the screenshots. I take the screenshots. I upload it to my journal. Then I fill some other important details like my exposure, which is 0.5% of my account size. Then I write my risk to reward, which is 1:3, or is it 1:3? Let me confirm what ratio. Yes, ratio 3. So it's 1:3. So my time frame is 15 minutes. What am I doing? I'm longing. My setup, I would call that setup a C setup because I don't expect price to get down to that point and pick it up. But regardless, I just placed it. That smaller zone at the top, this small zone is what is not giving me confidence because I feel like this zone will become normally if I was scalping, I would have placed my buy here and my stop loss below here because this is a good zone. If you see how price rejected when it got to this place, it says a lot. So this contact, and then this contact, no, that's a very good zone. But then again, in the evening, we're going to come and see what happens in the market. So I'm done with this. Let's move to the next analysis, which is on S&P 500. Oh my gosh. One thing about S&P that I really don't like is it moves very similar to Nasdaq. So most times, whenever I take a trade on Nasdaq, if I'm buying on Nasdaq, if price is going up in Nasdaq, it's almost going up in S&P. If I'm losing money on Nasdaq, I'm losing money on S&P. So it's like I'm just taking two trades, like one trade 2 times. But then again, they are two different markets. They don't always correlate, but most times they do correlate very well. So what I'm going to do now is let me move to 4 hours. Let me just so you guys can have a glance of uptrend. Market got to these brown zones that I marked. Markets have just been consolidating inside of it. So now that it have gotten to this point, I'm expecting price to sell down to this other brown zone. So go to 30 minutes. I don't know how other people trade, and I don't know if people are going to judge my trading pattern or how I trade, but honestly, this is how I trade and this is how I make money from the markets, and it has worked for me and I'm proud of it. I don't overcomplicate it. I just follow my system, this same system every day, mark my support and resistance areas and all that. So I'm selling Nasdaq. The fact that this market came from here and broke down this zone in one day, I'm beginning to feel like this red zone is weak. So what I will do on this trade, my SL, it will be very, very large. First of all, that is the sweetness of having a big account, because having a big account, even if I don't have to hit TP, even if my trade just goes in my favor a little bit, it's enough for me to make $1,000 or $2,000 from it, and I'm okay. I don't need to get hold UTP. Okay, so I'm selling, but I'm not selling. I'm going to set a sell stop. I want price to get to this point first before it taps me in. I'm not selling now, so we're going to wait. If price breaks below here, it will not continue with us, then our rate to reward, I like 1:3. I don't even care where the TP hits, but I just want to see that I am risking 1:3. That's part of my rules. So this is looking like it will never happen, but I don't want it to. I'm not waiting for it to happen naturally. I want to just have like a ratio 1 or ratio 2. I'm okay. Or even a ratio 0.5. I'm okay. So I'm risking 0.5% of my account size as usual on this trade. Then I'll click the sell button. refresh it. Okay, yes, my SL is above here and my entry is below here. So okay, let's wait and see what is going to happen in the market. Let me take a screenshot for journaling purposes, so I can come back to my journal and see what I have done. So this is my S&P journal. I'll come to it. See, yesterday I lost money on S&P, but just 0.1%. The sweet part of my trading style is I don't hit SL, I don't hit TP. Okay, I have hit TP once. I made $4,000 on it, and that was on Nasdaq. Wait, I think I'll show you guys that trade. I have to show you guys because that's one of my proudest trades. I made 4K on it because I did 1:4. Even though I was not expecting that thing to hit TP, it went down straight to TP. I was so surprised. So one thing as a trader you should know is that you don't know what is going to happen in the market. You don't determine what's going to happen in the market. All you have to do is you show up, you place your analysis, and just wait for it to happen. This setup, I'll call it a C setup. Honestly, it's not a good setup like that. Because am I going to call it a C setup? I don't think price will come down, but regardless, let's see what is going to happen. Because of this, what happened here? I don't like what happened here. Okay, so I think that is it for my analysis. This market, I don't think it will come and tap me into, but then again, that's my analysis. Because this zone, and it is not my pattern to enter around this place. This place is too close. It's easy for it to hit SL. I like to have a wide SL, very wide one, but before it hits, I'll know that okay, something's happening. My Nasdaq, I wish it can just come up and tap me in. So let me show you guys that Nasdaq trade I was talking about that I made. I made TP. Honestly, I've had some couple of great trades. Look, I made 1.5% on this one. Let me show you a screenshot of it. Look, see how it tapped me in. And see how it came down. It was a good trade. I made $2,800 that day. Some of my good profits. I cannot say that 4%. So if you look at this one too, it tapped me in, almost hitting TP. I don't think this was 1:4. What was this? Okay, 1:3. Oh. I know it is here, but let me know it's okay. Plus 2%, I think. This plus 2%. Good. Look at it. This is it. I placed my trade here. I just dragged my TP down here. See, this is showing ratio 4. Can you see? This is ratio 4. It just tapped me in and came down. I don't know what happened that day, but it even broke my TP. So that's why sometimes I just put my 1:4, 1:5. I put a very wide range of TP because sometimes price can just go very wild and go beyond your expectation. So if you can put your TP very big, you can just go ahead and do it. Like, what do you have to lose? Nothing. So thank you for listening to me and following me through my analysis today. And I hope to be doing this every once in a while, set my camera analyze my trade in front of the camera and just post it for people that might want to learn or people that are confused in their trading journey. Just look at this trade. It's not beautiful. Come on. This is a gold setup. This is a gold setup. Like breaking down. See how price broke these two zones, moving from this zone down to this zone, and even broke this zone too. Like moving from. So sometimes, like at some point, I was even wishing I made my ratio like ratio 5, because I know ratio 5 could have happened too. But then again, I don't want to be greedy. I'm so grateful for this trade. So show up every day. Do your analysis. Set your TP to any standard you want, and wait for it to happen. I don't care about my TP, to be very honest. I don't care if I make $1 or I make $5 or I make $10,000 or I make $2,000. I don't care how much I make on a trade. What I care more about is my risk. I care more about how much I am losing. I can never lose. Okay, even this trade now that I made this much on it, 1:4. This 1:4. This ratio 4 is $4,000 because I'm risking 1K on it. So even though I made 4K on this trade, I still risk only 1K. I risk only 0.5%, even though I made this much on the trade. So I don't care about how much I'm making. I care more about how much I'm risking, because I did in this trade went against me, because it was almost going against me. See how it got to this point. It got to this point. This point almost close to my SL before the reversal happened. So had it been it took me out, what did I have to lose? I lost only $1,000. But since it went in my favor, I can make any amount of money. What I care about, if you look at my risk, it has been consistent. Look at my journal. This is my exposure side. It has been 0.5%, 0.5%, 0.5%, 0.5%. If you see me risking more than 0.5%, that was a day I broke my rule. But if as long as my rule is intact, it's 0.5%. So thank you guys for listening again one more time. My name is Solomon.